So those of you who may not have seen my other videos, I'm just going to preface a little bit before I go into the topic I'm going to be talking about. As you can see, my business is called Divine Channeling by Sandra. I'm psychic. And some of my, I'll just try to name the abilities. I'm basically able to do everything that I've ever read about psychic abilities. I'm just looking at my notes. I have awareness of the totality of this reality. I can see outside of the matrix because this is actually, it's a simulation we live in. I can hear any beings of any dimension outside of this matrix. I can smell things that are not actually in this dimension. My grandma sent me a scent before. She's passed on. I can sense what other people are going through, what they feel. I am telepathic. I can automatically write, which means you write what you're channeling. It channels through you as you're writing. I talk to my higher self, which is a part of us that is the part of our soul that is, it's our guide. It's us, but we separate ourselves into another piece. It's the part of our soul that is identifying with who we're portraying. So it's identifying with me as Sandra, as this character Sandra. I talk to her regularly, and I did since I was a little girl. I didn't understand really, but I do, and she talks to me all the time. We have a very cool relationship. Another thing I've been working on is consciously astral projecting, meaning you leave your physical body, but you, from what I understand, you often maintain the same persona. You're just an astral being, an astral part of you, non-physical. So I'm still working on that, so I have a lot to learn about that still, but I've been trying to overcome fear. Okay, so my purpose for this video is to help people that have been diagnosed with mental illness because they have psychic abilities. I'm going to pick up my cat because she's losing her mind here. Oh, well, forget it. She ran away. She's just driving me a little crazy. Anyway, so I just came from a pre-employment physical, and I reread, I hadn't seen this for a while, in my after visit summary in the problem list. I feel self-conscious because my nails are so crappy now. I gotta repaint. Anyway, that's not the point. So in the problem list, I was labeled as having depersonalization-derealization disorder. So basically, that's labeled as a mental illness, but in reality, is the inability to detach from this identity I'm portraying right now called Sandra. I see it as a gift to have that level of conscious awareness, although I was at a point in the past where I was afraid of it because I've had a lot of trauma around being psychic and not being understood. Okay. So, another thing, I've also been labeled as having a psychosis when I had a mental breakdown about a little over 30 years ago. And I had attempted suicide as well, because I felt crazy. So, I had an awareness of reality that I didn't understand. And our society has been built on dismissing higher consciousness and the abstract, which I've had to work really hard to overcome. So those 30 years ago, I checked myself into a psych ward two or three times because I thought I was crazy. And I was very, very anxious because of that. And most of my life I have had anxiety, and a lot of people like me have gone through this. So you probably can relate if you're similar, if this resonates with you. So I can say that the psychiatrist that I saw did help me, and I was on meds that actually, for the most part, did help me quite a bit. Helped me feel more sane. But little did I know, even though I do believe that's what I needed at that time, what I was doing was giving my power away to medical professionals. And I'm going to say that most of the Western world medical professionals have been indoctrinated to wholeheartedly accept what's so-called logical and dismiss the abstract. They need to be retrained. And I believe we're heading a society in that direction. I sense that. But what I even more so believe, people need to stop putting so much of their personal power into medical professionals' hands. We all need to find our own sovereignty. And I'm still in the process of fully building that within myself. And I'm very happy about it. I'm very excited about it. So you may be wondering, how do you do that? I'll just share a little bit of advice. You do that by listening to your own heart. Your heart is the seat of your soul. Right there. That is the seat of your soul. That is where it's anchored into. And so along those lines, also the divine, our creator, and the unconditional love of the creator. The creator unconditionally loves everybody. No matter what you do, you're all just going through experiences. There's never any repercussions to anything you do. So that's a fallacy with religion. Another thing is, you can, by practicing disconnecting from this reality, that is another way to build your own power, to remind yourself of how powerful you are. You can close your eyes, you breathe in and out of your heart, and you learn to ignore your five senses. This is how I've been training myself to go deeper in my meditations and to help me remember more of who I am, my reality. It does take practice, and I've been in the process of working harder and harder, being patient with myself. Your body has to trust you. You have to train it that you're going to take good care of it, that it's safe. So I've been working on that too. A lot of that. You get yourself in a comfortable position. Sometimes it helps if you're outside. And you just keep practicing, closing your eyes, breathing in and out through your heart, and working to ignore everything you feel and sense around you. That's how you become more connected to the truth. You can go inside and out of this reality. You have that power. So something else I feel is important to mention. It's a hard pill to swallow that we literally create these challenges to help us grow and overcome. All challenges we create ourselves, and it sucks. It's hard to trust that. It's hard to believe that because it sucks. But you have to allow yourself to feel first, and then you remind yourself of that. And then you teach yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? Reflection is so, so important, and it helps you rise higher in your vibration and gain more power over your life. I'm grateful for all my challenges because I've seen the other side of them, and I've seen what they've taught me and how I've grown. It's taken a lot of time for me to get there. And I also am able to help others who've struggled. I know other people have struggled with being psychic and feeling crazy. And I'm grateful for the people that have helped me overcome that. Like, I personally am I guess I'm part of the Elizabeth April community. She's very, I was going to say very psychic, but she's very in touch with her psychic abilities. We're all psychic. And she's also very in touch with aliens. If you go on her website, I am too. I am a very alien soul, and I plan to go more into that in another video because I know so many of you are as well. Yeah, they're around, and a lot of us are here having lived many past lives in other planets, other dimensions, and that's why we feel out of place. But this planet is for us as well, or we wouldn't be here at all. So another thing is you may have already encountered struggling with family and friends accepting you as you change, as you spiritually awaken. I've struggled with some family and friends and people I'm close to having difficulty accepting my changes because the abstract is really hard for the human brain to take in. It has to process a lot. It's just the nature of being human. It's part of the divine plan as well, is what I've written here. That your experiences dealing with people who struggle with awakening, and accepting who you are and how you've changed, that is part of your plan, your growth plan. Learning how to find sovereignty in separating yourself, detaching from other people. You don't have to think the way they do. They don't have to think the way you do. They'll come around when they're ready, and if they're ever ready. Sometimes they're not going to come around. Sometimes you have to let them go. You have to cut your cords with them. You have to just detach and leave them behind you because it's in your best interest. I've dealt with some of that myself. It's okay. It's hard, but it's okay because I see how my life grows. Sometimes they're just not ready yet. Sometimes they'll come back later into your life. And I mean, I see that the most important piece of that is the Creator knows what's best for you. You're going to be guided the way you should be, and life will improve. You may meet other people. You probably will. That align with your vibration, with your timeline that you're in. Sometimes other people just, they veer off to another timeline. I talk with my hands a lot. Maybe I should show you because I feel like it makes a difference. Yeah, so another thing is I and other spiritual teachers that have integrity can help you understand yourself better too through our abilities. That's why I started my business, and it was not easy. It was a massive leap of faith, and I'm still working on it. It's really new. It just started in May. I never thought I would be doing that. People like us can help you understand yourself under the surface, deeper. And this is your birthright. This is your birthright to understand your soul. You don't have to be in the dark. We can help you find yourself. We can help you hear your own heart. Another thing that has helped me personally a lot, so instrumental, is this book from Elizabeth April. It's backwards. Bummer, I forgot how to do that. I'm not sure how to spin it around. Hey, if you got a comment, you can help me figure that out, great. Anyway, I will add it either to the comments or attach it to this video somehow. I'm still figuring out YouTube. It's called You're Not Dying, You're Just Waking Up by Elizabeth April. It really helped me feel sane and realize I'm unique. And it's good. There's nothing wrong with being unique. I'm here on this planet to help others. Sometimes you have to be unique to be able to help others. So yeah, it's about spiritual awakening, and it's really, really powerful, in my opinion. So I hope that helped. I think it's going to trigger some people to start realizing they have more power in their hands than they thought they did. Okay, I send you love, and I'm here for you. If you want my services, you can go click on them on the link on my page, my YouTube channel, I should say, the channel. Okay, take care. Love you so much. Have a good day. Love you.